FIFA World Cup knockout stage always produces unforgettable football. On June 30th, 2026, France met Sweden in a round of 32 clash where only one team would continue its journey toward the trophy. Before kickoff, France entered as favorites, boasting one of the tournament's most talented squads. Sweden, disciplined and organized, hoped to frustrate the French attack and capitalize on counterattacks. From the opening whistle, France imposed its rhythm. The midfield dictated possession while the fullbacks pushed high, stretching Sweden's defensive block. Every French attack seemed to involve quick passing, intelligent movement, and constant pressure around the Swedish penalty area. Kylian Mbappé immediately became the focal point. His pace forced Sweden's defenders to retreat, creating space for Michael Olise and Ousmane Dembele on the wings. Sweden remained compact, defending with two organized banks and waiting patiently for transition opportunities. Their first meaningful attacks came through Alexander Isak, whose movement behind France's defense briefly threatened to change the momentum. Around the middle of the first half, France thought they had broken the deadlock. Mbappé found the back of the net and celebrations erupted, but only for a few seconds. The assistant referee's flag went up, triggering a VAR review. After checking the replay, officials confirmed the striker had drifted offside before receiving the pass. The goal was disallowed. Although disappointing for France, the decision was correct under the laws of the game and became the match's biggest refereeing talking point. Rather than losing confidence, France intensified the pressure. Michael Olise repeatedly delivered dangerous balls into the penalty area, while Bradley Barcola stretched Sweden's defense with intelligent runs. As halftime approached, France finally found the breakthrough. Mbappé timed his run perfectly, finished clinically, and this time there was no flag. France entered halftime leading 1-0, having dominated possession, created the clearer opportunities, and limited Sweden to only occasional counterattacks. Part 2, 3-6. Second half, goals and key moments. Sweden emerged from the break needing a response. For several minutes, they pressed higher up the pitch, attempting to force mistakes and create quick attacks through Isak. France remained calm. Instead of forcing risky passes, they patiently circulated possession until gaps appeared. In the 53rd minute came one of the defining moments of the match. Michael Olise collected possession on the right side. With excellent vision, he delivered a perfectly weighted pass into the danger area. Bradley Barcola timed his movement brilliantly and finished confidently. France now led 2-0. The goal reflected everything France had done well throughout the game: width, movement, patience, and precise finishing. Sweden continued fighting. Alexander Isak produced their most dangerous attacking moments, but France's defenders consistently recovered well, closing spaces before clear scoring opportunities could develop. Robin Olsen was forced into several important saves, preventing France from extending the lead even further. The French attack never stopped asking questions. Mbappé continued making diagonal runs behind Sweden's defensive line, while Dembele and Olise constantly switched positions to confuse the defenders. Late in the match, Mbappé struck again. Receiving the ball in space, he accelerated toward goal before calmly finishing to complete his brace and effectively end the contest. France's attacking quality had simply been too much for Sweden to contain. The major talking point remained the earlier VAR offside decision. Although France eventually won comfortably, that review illustrated how modern technology continues to influence football at the highest level, ensuring crucial decisions are judged with greater accuracy. Part 3, 6-9, Tactical Analysis and Cinematic Ending. France's victory was not built on individual brilliance alone. It was a tactical masterclass. Whenever possession was lost, France immediately pressed aggressively, preventing Sweden from building attacks through midfield. This high press repeatedly forced hurried clearances and turnovers. The wide players were equally important. Michael Olise and Ousmane Dembele stayed wide, stretching Sweden horizontally. That movement opened central channels for Mbappé and Barcola to exploit with diagonal runs behind the defensive line. France also demonstrated exceptional positional discipline. When one fullback attacked, the opposite side remained balanced, protecting against Swedish counterattacks. Sweden's strategy was understandable. They defended deep with a compact block, hoping to absorb pressure before launching quick transitions through Alexander Isak. For brief moments, the plan worked. However, the lack of sustained possession meant Sweden spent long periods defending, gradually losing energy as France recycled attack after attack. The turning point arrived with Barcola's goal early in the second half. From that moment onward, Sweden had little choice but to push more players forward. Doing so inevitably left larger spaces behind the defense. France exploited those spaces brilliantly, particularly through Mbappe's pace and intelligent movement. Michael Olise quietly produced one of the game's finest creative performances, repeatedly finding teammates between Sweden's defensive lines and providing the assist that effectively sealed the victory. As the final whistle approached, French supporters celebrated another commanding knockout performance. Players embraced in the center circle while Didier Deschamps applauded his squad from the touchline. For Sweden, the tournament ended with disappointment, but also with moments of resilience against one of the world's strongest teams. For France, this victory demonstrated far more than technical ability. It showcased tactical intelligence, relentless pressing, creative attacking football, and clinical finishing. The road to World Cup glory remained alive. And on this night, France reminded the football world exactly why they are considered among the favorites to lift the trophy.